watching the award-winning GHS-TV, Germantown Community Television, your hometown news and information station.
Welcome back. With us now is Lynn Duncan. We were talking about identity theft. Lynn, before the break, we were talking about what you could do once you found out that your information had been compromised. And one question, too, is what can you do as far as to make sure your information isn't compromised on your own end?
Well, basically, like I said, awareness and prevention is key. Just like you can put your name on the no-call list, you can opt out of that junk mail that you're receiving, pre-approved credit card offers. You have to think how many times your mail may go to the wrong box. I'm sure you're getting your neighbor's mail. Definitely be vigilant of where your information's going. Don't fall prey to the scams that are happening with emails and phone calls. They're preying on people's vulnerabilities and being afraid of identity theft. If you have an urgent email from your financial institution, from your credit card, or you get a phone call saying it's from the fraud department, don't let your guard down. And if that is true, hang up or don't respond to the email and call the number that you have on your credit card or the number that you have for your financial institution. Ask to speak to the fraud division. Make sure it's valid, because your financial institution, your credit card company won't call you and solicit you for information. They're not going to ask you to verify your personal information. They already have it. They're not going to have you verify that you have the card in your hand and have you give out a security code, things that can compromise that information. A big one right now I've gotten a lot of questions about is the IRS. People getting the emails from the IRS saying that they're due another stimulus check, and it's about $620, and to click on the link below. Don't fall prey to any of those. Your institutions, your credit card company, the IRS is not going to solicit you for information.
As far as what you were talking about your insurance information being compromised earlier. When that occurs, I mean, how do you monitor whether or not somebody's using your health insurance?
That's really tricky. And in fact, right now there aren't any laws about it being cleaned up because it's so muddled and shared with so many different institutions. Some of us have what's called a MIB, a Medical Information Bureau, and you can check with that and see if anything's been compromised. But other than that, it's really difficult to know if any of that has been changed. One of the principals I was working with at one of our school system has been trying to get the wrong blood type off of her medical record for over 10 years.
Wow. So as far as any advice for anyone that's a victim, that you know you're a victim, what can you specifically do to get it all fixed?
First thing we want to do is, if it happens to deal directly with your finances or it is a credit issue, make sure you contact your financial institution, your credit card company, the 3 credit repositories. You'll want to file a police report. And from there, they generally do lead you to getting the FTC guidebook. I recommend getting the guidebook early. It's not a matter of if you're going to be a victim, but when you're going to be a victim, so you know the steps to take, because it isn't just contacting a few agencies. To make sure that you've covered all your bases, you do have to fill out several affidavits. You do have to mail in lots of paperwork. You need to contact the FTC. You need to contact the Social Security Administration in case someone's using your Social Security number, the Department of Motor Vehicles for driver's license fraud, United States Post Office in case there's been a change of address, the police department in case someone's committing crimes in your names, and on and on and on. It's about 46 pages in the FTC guide of what to do to make sure you're really covering your bases. There are several services out there right now. Some are reimbursement services, some are resolution, and then there's some that actually do true restoration. So it's up to you to decide what works the best for you.
Okay. Well, and you always hear these stories about people that they have their identity stolen and they just can't get anything fixed. I mean, is that pretty much the reality of it, or are everything getting better in that regard?
I don't think it's getting better. In fact, 70 to 80% of the time when you are a victim of identity theft, It's not only an identity theft issue, but it's a legal issue. In order to clear everything up, it's very hard to find out where your information is. If you're a victim of identity theft, your chances of being a victim again are high because your information is out there. It is being sold. So trying to really get a handle on it, I don't think people can do it on their own. I think you do need to have some help, some response, but again, don't fall prey to things that you can do for free, things that you're not responsible for.
Mm-hmm. So what are some of the things that you wouldn't be responsible for? I mean, I guess...
Everyone can do if you're a victim of identity theft, can put a freeze on your 3 credit repositories. That does not cost anything, and it can be redone every 90 days. If you are paying right now for protection on your credit card, my opinion is that's a waste of money because according to the law, you can only be held responsible for up to $50 on that credit card anyway, as long as you discover that theft within 60 days. So again, don't be paying $9, $10, $11, $12 per month to protect a credit card. A monitoring service, again, is something you're going to pay for, but it's going to alert you to something being open. Again, I'm going to say it again, but opt out of those pre-approved credit card offers. It does not cost you anything. The FTC guidebook does not cost you anything. So there's several things you can do on your own.
Okay. As far as when you say opt out of those credit card things, is there one stop that you can go to do that, or do you have to call several numbers?
Nope, there's one number. It's actually 8885-OPT, O-P-T, out, O-U-T. You can opt out for 5 years. You can opt out for life. If you do the life, you'll be filling out some personal paperwork. Send it in from a secured mail box or your post office. And it'll take about 30 days or so, but you'll see a decline in that. The problem with that junk mail is our information is being sold. It's by companies we're doing business with. That's why you're getting the mail. That's where the information is being shared.
Okay, I think that was some of the best advice that we've ever given on this show. Our time is up now for this edition of Legalese. I would like to thank our guest for taking time out of her busy schedule to be with us and sharing her thoughts and insights. If you would like more information about Legalese or any other program on GHS TV, please refer to our website at www.ghstv.org. Thank you for joining us today, and be sure to join us for next month's for more discussion on legal topics. Until then, I'm Vince Perryman. Thank you for watching.